And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Granville Central School. As tonight, NYVT Media Sports brings you high school basketball. It's an Adirondack League matchup between the Golden Horde of Granville and the Riverhawks of Corinth. And what a big game it is. Granville coming in with 2 losses on the season. Corinth coming in a 3-way tie for first place with Lake George and Whitehall, with 1 loss at the top of the league standings. And one thing I can tell you, because those were earlier games, Whitehall has won their game over Hartford, and Lake George has won their game tonight. So both of those teams will finish with 1 loss. So it's up to the Riverhawks tonight to keep pace in this one. And we do have some technical difficulties. I put an announcement out about that, as the internet here at Granville Central School is down. So we're trying to do it off of Patrick Ward's hotspot on his phone. So it'll be a challenge. We'll see if we can somehow get the game out to you tonight and help you as best we can. But we've done games here all season long, and anybody who's watched our games here know that they've been perfect streams. Every game we've done here this year, and there's been several for the boys and the girls, have been perfectly streamed. But tonight, an internet problem here at the school. The Wi-Fi is down. We're trying to do it with a slap-together lineup, trying to do the best we can. I guess we're not the only ones having technical problems. The national anthem just started by itself. So I guess it's just one of those nights here in Granville. But this is a big game here tonight. It's going to really play a big impact on the seedings for the Adirondack League playoffs, which start for the girls on Wednesday. The boys' playoffs are all set. They start on Tuesday. And the matchups on Tuesday will be Corinth is here to play the Granville boys. That is the 2 seed versus the 3 seed. Fort Am will be at North Warren. That is the 1 seed versus the 4 seed. So the boys matchups are all set and determined. But right now we'll pause for our national anthem, and then we'll be ready to go with the starting lineups. Our national anthem. So as I was saying, we've got no Wi-Fi here tonight in Granville, so we're using a mobile hotspot. No, the broadcast is going to be a little spotty. We're doing the best I can. I'm Keith Harrington with the play-by-play. Patrick Ward is doing the production and camera work. He's feeding the hamster that's going around on the wheel that's running the equipment. Starting lineups being introduced right now for the Riverhawks. Who are coached by Justin Supps. And now the lineups for the Golden Horde of Granville. Don't be alarmed, folks. They shut the lights off for the starting lineup all the time. We didn't lose the internet and the lights. Is there a full moon tonight? I don't know. Starting lineups being introduced right now for the Granville Golden Horde. Claire Gould, Paige Taylor, Ella Olson, Melanie Fisher, and Mackenzie Martell. All seniors in this lineup except for Martell. So a young Corinth team, but a more veteran team for the Golden Horde. It'll be Whitney Cameron on the floor for the Riverhawks, along with Sage Shanahan, Caitlin Crossman, also number 21, Kennedy Flint. It is a younger, as I said, a younger lineup here. And Chloe Hall, number 10, also in the lineup for the Riverhawks. 1 loss for Corinth, 2 losses for the Golden Horde. The opening tip, we're underway, and this is Whitney Cameron. Cameron puts the ball on the floor, gets it on the right side here for Crossman. Here's the turnover. Paige Taylor brings it up across the timeline, one of the 4 senior starters for the Golden Horde. Here's Claire Gould, kicks it out. Taylor, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Riverhawks, and that is Kennedy Flint. Contact here, and we're going to have a blocking foul. So as I said, Whitehall has defeated Hartford tonight. Lake George has won their game. So it could end up in a 3-way tie should the Riverhawks win this game. Shot is up from Cameron, no good. Battle for the rebound, pulled down by Melanie Fisher. Loses her balance. Riverhawks come up with it. This is Crossman. They get it on the baseline. Jumper on the waist, too strong. It's going to be run down by the Riverhawks. Almost went out of bounds there off the hands of Sage Shanahan. And here comes the Golden Horde. No score a minute in. This is Mackenzie Martell. Now Gould looks down inside, and it went off the foot of a Corinth player. And so it's going to be Granville ball underneath. Martell looking to trigger it in. Comes in the middle for Gould. Her shot rejected by Whitney Cameron. Now a held ball situation. Possession arrow is going to favor the Golden Horde. Once again, Mackenzie Martell will put it in play here for Granville. Comes in for Ella Olson. The beautiful soft touch from the senior, and it's 2-0 Granville. Bringing it up is Caitlin Crossman. Now Whitney Cameron. 2-3 zone here from the Golden Horde. They go high post for Shanahan. Cameron for 3, and she'll knock it down. Whitney Cameron, one of the best 3-point shooters in the area. Gets the Riverhawks on the scoreboard. They lead by a point. And a turnover. Here's Cameron. Cameron stops, pops, 3, 2 in a row from Whitney Cameron, who had the 42-point game earlier in the season, just a couple of weeks ago, actually. And she's got back-to-back threes, and that's a bad sign for Granville. They go up high. Fisher has it stripped by Cameron. Held ball. This one should go to the Riverhawks. So back-to-back threes by Cameron. And the early lead. High post. Cross court. Down low, Shanahan partially blocked, I think, there. Baseline jumper on the way, no good. Cameron with the rebound. I think we may have a roster discrepancy here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not sure about this roster because it's got some of the grades and numbers, I think, mixed up here. Shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Riverhawks. I think 10 is Deshaun. I don't think this roster we have is accurate here. I'm going to have to take a look at this when we get a chance to have a break in the action. Here's Cameron. We know her number's correct. Yeah, definitely not an accurate roster here for us. Here is Fisher. Taylor goes down low for Olsen. I'm going to plan B on my roster. Like I said, I think it's a full moon here in Granville, but I didn't see a full moon out there, but definitely not an accurate roster that I'm working with here. So we'll go to plan B. Here's Cameron, 6-2 lead. Cross-court pass. Little runner in the lane, no good. Rebound underneath, and lots of contact there. And we're going to have a timeout. And I'm going to see if I can get the right roster here, as I know this is not an accurate roster I'm working here. And I'll tell you that tonight's game brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture, manufacturing for over 100 years, voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Furniture of Granville. So we're going to plan B on the roster here. So Lila Deshaun is number 10, which I knew. And number 12 is Heather Pitta. I think the roster they gave us is last year's roster that's on the program here. Whitney Cameron's 22. We got that one right. Sage Shanahan's 20. We got that one right. So we'll get it straightened out here. 21 is Kennedy Flint. Inside, shot up, no good. Goes out of bounds. Could be Riverhawks ball. On the right side for the Riverhawks. Goes inside, Shanahan. Kicks it out. Pitta. Cameron, who's got all 6 points so far, wanted to pass inside. Stolen away by Taylor. Here's Mackenzie Martell. Now Taylor on the way. 3 ball. Good! Taylor has been a stellar player in this program for 4 years, but has really come into her own here as of recent times. Jumper on the way. No good there from Deshaun. And here's a steal by Gould. Gould to the bucket. Good hustle back. Great hustle back there by Heather Pitta. Bella Craig's going to check into the game for the Riverhawks. Under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Inside for Fisher. Kick out. Martell. 3 ball. No good. The rebound pulled down by Olsen. Taylor thinks about it. Now goes inside for Ella Olsen. And it's going to be blocked by Shanahan. A 1-point lead for the Riverhawks. Here's Cameron. Gets it on the baseline for Craig. Craig, little floater. No good. Battle for the rebound. Shanahan and Olsen. Here's Whitney Cameron to triggered inbounds. Comes in up top. Goes over the head of Flint. But now Dishon has it. Gets it in the corner for Craig. Now Dishon. Nice ball movement. Craig, baseline jumper, 3, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Paige Taylor. Taylor looking to go to the basket. Has it knocked away by Craig. .212 to go in the quarter. 1 point lead for the Riverhawks. Comes in for Fisher. Fisher back for Martell. Looks to go on the baseline. Stolen away by Deshawn. He's going to find Cameron. Cameron, don't let her stop and pop there. She will bury it. We've already seen that. On the baseline to Flint. Errant pass. She lost the handle. Here comes Martell. Martell cross court. Here's Fisher. Fisher spins and a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Kennedy Flint. And checking into the game is going to be Lily Olson replacing Claire Gould. So we're going with the mobile hotspot. I'm working off the roster on the phone. Fisher, too strong on the first one. My mama told me there'd be days like this, Patrick. Fisher misses them both. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by Granville. Checking back into the game is Pitta, replacing Dishon. Minute 38 to go in the quarter. 1 point game. Here's Cameron. Gets the high screen. Cameron goes cross court. Jumper on the way. No good. Rebound by Flint. Kicks it out for Pitta. And Flint had it go off her leg. It'll be Golden Horde ball. .65 ball game. Here's Lily Olson. And might have got away with a travel there, but stripped away by Sage Shanahan. Here comes Craig. Craig, and they're going to call the offensive foul. Mackenzie Martell steps in, takes the charge. Martell is a quick athlete, a junior for this team. Finds little ways to score, finds ways to make winning plays for this Golden Horde team. Down low. Olsen, blocked by Shanahan. Down court for Craig. Martell, look at the quick feet. She's going to be called for the foul this time, but man, she gets down that court in a hurry. Inbounds play. Whitney Cameron's going to put it in play for the Riverhawks. 6-5 ball game, just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Riverhawks with the 1 point lead. Cameron, corner three. Halfway down and out. Olsen the rebound. Here comes Lily Olson. That was Ella Olson with the rebound. Hounding defense there by Pitta. They want to go down low. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Golden Horde. Substitution for Granville. Elsie Ellis will check in for the first time. Ellis, an 8th grader for this Golden Horde team. Bright future here for Coach Keith Beatty. 9-second differential, game clock and shot clock. Comes in for Craig. Craig to the bucket. The floater off the glass, up and good. Beautiful floater from Bella Craig, and it's a 3-point ball game. Olsen. Ella Olsen finds Lily Olsen. Lily Olsen knocks down the elbow jumper. Lily Olsen has upped her game here as of late for the Golden Horde. Her shooting has come a long ways here in recent weeks, and she hits a big shot there. And we're through the first quarter of play here in Granville. Our score, Corinth 8 and Granville 7. Tonight's game brought to you by Scarlato's Car Hop, 45 Quaker Street, Granville, New York. Serving breakfast and lunch till spring. Thursday and Friday, 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. Come in or call on your order for pickup, 518-642-2445. Scarlato's Car Hop, 45 Quaker Street in Granville. Tonight's game also brought to you by Fred's Granville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, dedicated to the unique community they've served since 2015. In the Big Lots Plaza, call 518-642-3733. Fred's Granville Pharmacy of Granville. So we get ready to go to quarter number 2 here. Big Adirondack League game. Hartford tonight falling to Whitehall, so Whitehall stays with the one loss in the league. Lake George won their game tonight, so they stay with the one loss. Corinth trying to hold service here, but they're in a battle right now in the first quarter with this 2-loss Granville team. If they end up with a 3-way tie, they'll go to point differential for a tiebreaker. Here is Lily Olson back for Ellis down low. Nice cross-court pass. Fisher, the floater in the lane, no good. Fisher and Shanahan get tied up. Shanahan muscles it away. It's a 3-on-1 and a travel. In theory, Granville's not going to host a home game. They can only be the 3 with a win tonight or the 4. Corinth, though, has a chance with point differential to potentially be the, at the very worst, the 2 with a win here. And great hustle there as Pitta ties up Ellis. And it's going to be possession arrow favoring the Riverhawks. 1-point lead for the Riverhawks just underway. Second quarter. Here's Pitta looking down low at Shanahan. Now Craig up top. Craig sees an opening. Nice dish inside. Blocked though by Fisher. Great job by Bella Craig breaking down the defense as Claire Gould checks back in for Elsie Ellis. Beautiful feed to Shanahan, but great help defense by Fisher. Here's Cameron, straight on 3. Good! Third 3-ball for Whitney Cameron, and it's 11-7. And a turnover. So Cameron's got 9 points from behind the arc. Her team has 11. Bella Craig, the other bucket in that floater in the lane. Cameron's feeling it. Jumper on the way. Pitta, no good. Shanahan, the rebound. Up top, Craig to the bucket. The floater, no good, over the top of Ella Olson. Scramble for the loose ball. And Whitney Cameron's got it. And she gets tripped up. Foul's going to be on Claire Gould. That's her first. It comes in for Pitta. Now Cameron. And man, quick whistle right there. Claire Gould picked up 2 fouls in less than 5 seconds. That was a very quick pickup of 2 fouls, a very quick whistle. Here's Pitta. Lila Dishon has come back in. And here's a turnover. Fisher is so tough defensively. 4-point lead for the Riverhawks. Lily Olson. Here's Taylor. Now Fisher. Bella Craig working hard defensively on Taylor. Ella Olson shot no good. Shanahan has it. And a tie-up, held ball. Going to be a jump ball situation. Getting testy early here. That's all I can say. And now the official's going to have to get in between Taylor and Cameron. Well, I wasn't at the boys' contest last night between these two schools. It's double foul. Granville crowd was irate that Paige Taylor picked up a foul. Didn't let the official finish, but it was a double foul. So everybody's either upset or happy, depends on your outlook of things, on a double foul. Here's Lily Olson, finds Taylor. High post, and Whitney Cameron's going to be called for the reach. I started to say, last night, the boys game, I wasn't there late. As checking in for Granville is Brooklyn Sears, the sophomore. And touched by Lily Olson while standing out of bounds. So it's going to be Riverhawks ball. So Cameron's going to bring it up. Picked up by Claire Gould at midcourt. Gets a high screen from Bella Craig. Here's Cameron to the baseline, kicks it out for Dishon. The runner, no good. Shanahan had the rebound, got tied up. Possession arrow is going to favor the Riverhawks. Paige Taylor back in after a very, very small break as Lily Olson will come out. 5:13 to go in the quarter. Low scoring defensive battle. Whitney Cameron shot up no good. And a tie-up, possession arrow. Here's Gould. Gould goes on the attack and gets fouled by Kennedy Flint. Not yet the bonus. 3 team fouls apiece. At the rate we're going, they'll be in the bonus fairly quickly here. Taylor, 3, no good. Long rebound, comes out for Dishon. Finds Cameron, rejected by Paige Taylor. Hopefully the stream's coming through somewhat here. As I said, the internet down here at Granville Central School. Just our luck, but doing our best to get this game out there for you. High post, Craig, and she's going to be fouled by, I believe, Fisher. And timeout's going to be called by Corinth. And so with 4:37 to go here in the first half, our score is the Riverhawks 11, the Golden Horde 7. Tonight's game brought to you by Maplewood Ice, proudly supplying ice to our communities since 1970. 7 and 20-pound bagged cubes, packaged ice blocks, carving ice. Need some extra cold storage for an event? Call Maplewood Ice about a refrigerated party trailer rental. Call 518-499-2345 from Maplewood Ice. Open daily at 9790 State Route 4 in Whitehall, New York. Maplewood Ice. Also, despite the cold weather, you can still get out and do some golfing, believe it or not, in our area. Skeene Valley Country Club, looking to perfect your golf swing? Book a date and time online for Skeene Valley Country Club's indoor simulator. SkeenValleyCC.com. Click the Tee Time box on the homepage and then Sim Times. Skeene Valley Country Club, 129 County Route 9A, Whitehall, New York. Call 518-499-5060. So Bella Craig is at the line to shoot a pair here. And did not get the roll on the first one. Thought that might drop down through. Craig's second shot. No good. Rebound pulled down by Olsen. 4-point lead. Coming up on 4.5 to go here, second quarter. As we expected, a low-scoring defensive battle. Here's Lily Olsen, who's checked back in. Inside for Ella Olsen. Kicks it out for Sears. Down low, Fisher. Nicely cut off there by Shanahan. 10 on the shot clock. Stolen away by Dishon. And coming away with it's Whitney Cameron. We reached the midpoint of the second quarter. And they're going to run the offense here. Find Cameron. Cameron with 9 of the 11 points on 3 3-pointers. Dishon, she can shoot it. Had a good game the other night. Couldn't get that one to go. Craig on the way for 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Fisher. Mackenzie Martell back to the scorer's table for Granville. Deflected away there by Bella Craig. And Lily Olsen's going to check out. Here's Fisher back for Mackenzie Martell. And a walking violation. Going to be interesting here with Paige Taylor out of the game. And she's not going to be. I was going to say out of the game with those 2 fouls. But Coach Keith Beatty deciding he's got to bring back his one of his top 2 guns right now to stay in this ball game. Even though it's a 4-point game, it seems like a lot more than a 4-point game. Baseline 3. No good from Cameron. Shanahan and Fisher tied up. I'll tell you what, Sage Shanahan and Melanie Fisher are battling down low. It seems like they've been attached at the hip here all game long so far. They are working hard down there. Here's Craig. They double team her on the baseline. And knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Golden Horde of Granville. So the Riverhawks will put it in play. Right in front of the student section for Granville. Shanahan wanted to go to Craig. Pass was a little too strong. Here comes Mackenzie Martell. Pulls up. Taylor thought she was going to walk into a 3 there. Didn't. Down low, Olsen. Shot up, no good, but a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be, I think, Kennedy Flint. And that's going to be the 3rd. Maybe Taylor doesn't have 2. The foul up on the board might have been Flint with the 2. So Flint's going to sit down with her 3rd foul. And Olsen cannot get the first free throw to go. We've been stuck on 11-7 here ever since that runner in the lane by Bella Craig. That one no good. Rebound by Cameron. We go under 3 minutes to play, second quarter. It's a 4-point ball game. Jumper on the way. Dishon, no good. There's Shanahan with another big board. Craig looks to go on the attack, tries the reverse. Partially blocked there by Ella Olsen. And it's going to be Corinth basketball. They lead it by 4. Here's Pitta. They double team. And Mackenzie Martell with the steal. Martell to the basket. Layup too strong. Great hustle by Claire Gould to get the offensive rebound. Corner 3, Martell. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Bella Craig. Whitney Cameron brings it across the timeline. Sets the offense. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the half. Here's Pitta. Lost the handle. Cross court for Cameron. Jumper on the way, Dishon, no good. Pulled down by Olsen, the quick outlet for Gould. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Martell right back, Taylor steps into a 3. Good! We've got 2 of the best 3-point shooters in the Adirondack League on the floor tonight. Whitney Cameron for the Riverhawks, Paige Taylor for the Golden Horde, and quite frankly, they've been the offense here tonight in this ball game. It's a game of can you top this between those 2. Shanahan tries to hit Craig on the bounce pass. She's tied up by Gould. Possession arrow favors the Golden Horde of Granville. Granville ball down 1, looking to take the lead here for I think the first time since 2-0. Fisher gets it stripped. Shanahan with another big play, and held ball. Possession arrow favors the Riverhawks. I'll tell you, Sage Shanahan's one of those players. Hasn't scored a point in this game, and a lot of times doesn't score a lot, but man, she makes a lot of winning plays for a basketball team. You can just see it on the floor here. She does so many things that don't show up in the box score, but help this Riverhawks team win basketball games. And the Riverhawks are going to take a timeout. It's 11-10, Corinth with the lead. We'll take a timeout ourselves and talk about some of the great sponsors who, without their help, we could not bring this game your way this evening and all season long here on MYVT Media Sports. Pine Grove Motel, the Pine Grove Motel, newly renovated rooms located in Granville. The rooms are comfortable, they're cozy, and if you come into Granville, it's a great place to stay. That's the Pine Grove Motel of Granville. Call 518-361-0488 for the Pine Grove Motel. Also by Barlow Electric Company, fully insured, reasonable master electrician, licensed in New York and in Vermont. Generator installation, residential and commercial work, they do it all. 518-361-0531 for Barlow Electric of Granville. Riverhawks win the basketball, 1-point lead. We go under a minute to play, first half. They go down low for Craig. Turnaround jumper, no good. Long rebound comes out to Gould. Golden Horde again looking for their first lead since 2-0. Here's Taylor down low for Olsen. Fisher goes on the attack on the baseline. Olsen cut off. Taylor, 3. No good, rimmed out on her. And Fisher and Craig and Coach Keith Beatty was across half court wanting to foul there, and he was 100% correct. We don't comment much on the officiating, but that was a foul. Turnaround jumper, no good. Bella Craig getting tied up with Melanie Fisher. Possession arrow favors Granville. Comes in for Taylor. Taylor goes on the attack, is going to get fouled, and that's on Whitney Cameron. And that's only the first on Cameron. Thought we had one earlier, but they had given it to someone else. I think that's the one they gave to Flynn. First shot good from Taylor. We're tied at 11. Second one, no good. Battle for the rebound. Shanahan and Olsen. Possession arrow is going to favor Corinth. 22.1 seconds to go before the halftime break. We're tied at 11. Here's Pitta. Finds Craig. Now Dishon. Pitta. 10 seconds to go. High post Shanahan. And shot up, no good. Rebound by Ella Olsen. And that is going to do it for the first half of play here at Granville Central School in this big Adirondack League girls basketball showdown. At halftime, it is Granville 11, Corinth 11, and I had predicted it was going to be a low-scoring physical game, and I'll be darned, we have a low-scoring physical game. You can ask Patrick Ward, our producer and cameraman. I said that before the game. I said this is going to be a banger right here. It's going to be low scoring. It's going to be physical, and that is exactly what we have right now. There's the Granville guys giving us the peace sign down there. Nice to know you're popular when you come and do these games, right, Patrick? But yeah, we're going to go to halftime right now with a tie score, and as I said, Whitehall beat Hartford today. Lake George won today. So Corinth wins this game. We have a 3-way tie. We go to a tiebreaker with the point differential. If Granville can pull it out, then it's going to be Lake George will definitely be the number 1 seed because they beat Whitehall during the regular season. So head-to-head would factor in. We're going to step away right now. We'll be back. This is high school basketball, Adirondack League action on MYVT Media Sports. 11-11. Not a lot of offense here, but an exciting game. Here's Taylor, 3-ball. No good. Long rebound comes out to Pitta. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Riverhawks basketball just underway here. Third quarter tied at 11. Here's Whitney Cameron, has 9 of the 11 points. The other 2 points on a runner in the lane from Bella Craig. They get it to Cameron on the baseline. Taylor cuts her off there. Up top for Deshawn. Down low. Nice pass. Shanahan can't finish. The rebound no good. Great pass, though, by Kennedy Flint right there. But it's Granville basketball looking to take the lead. Here's Mackenzie Martell. Now Taylor. Back for Martell. Down low. Oh, nice cut by Taylor, but the pass from Olsen just didn't connect. Down court. Cameron. Little toss and catch game with Deshawn and Cameron. Here is Pitta. 2-3 zone here for the Golden Horde. 11 on the shot clock. Inside for Shanahan. 5 on the shot clock. Flint with the runner, no good. Shanahan the rebound, kicks it out. Pitta, no good, just as the shot clock expires. Here comes Claire Gould across the timeline. Zone here by both teams right now. Down low, turnaround jumper, spins out. Fisher with the offensive rebound. Paige Taylor the jumper for 3, no good. Rebound by Flint. Flint with those 3 fouls. Going to the bucket, up off the glass and good. Beautiful move right there from Kennedy Flint. That's a 2-point lead for the Riverhawks. Cross-court pass stolen by Flint. To the bucket, no good. Rebound by Mackenzie Martell. Flint almost with a foul there. Doesn't want to pick up that 4th. Here's Paige Taylor. Out for Martell. Gould. Taylor on the baseline. Corner 3, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Corinth. It's going to be Granville ball. This has been the way it's been throughout. Inside. And blocked by Shanahan. And last touched by the Golden Horde. 13-11. Corinth with the 2-point lead. Here's Whitney Cameron. Has 9 of those 13 on a trio of 3-pointers in the first quarter. Deshawn now finds Pitta. Pitta had it stripped away, got it back. Here's Flint. Flint, the short jumper, no good. Rebound, Taylor. Taylor brings it up. It's going to be picked up by Pitta. Fisher got tied up there, now throws it away. Nice aggressive defense by Kennedy Flint, who's had a very good ball game here tonight. Only a couple of points, but has made a lot of things happen, much like we said about Sage Shanahan. Here's Cameron, jumper on the way. Pitta, no good. Rebound out for Mackenzie Martell. Here's Martell. Pulls up, finds Gould. Gould back for Martell. In the corner for Taylor. Down low. They throw it away. Here comes Pitta. Pitta to the bucket. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Mackenzie Martell. As we mentioned, thanks for staying with us tonight. We know we don't have a great internet connection here. We're doing the best we can to get the game on. And for those of you that have commented, we appreciate you. Trying our best here with limited resources tonight. Not just here. Shot in and out, no good. Lane violation's going to give Pitta another shot. I know those of you that follow me on Border Country Sports have known that I've had trouble getting the sports up in the morning because we've been getting up in the morning and having no internet. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Fisher. My understanding is Spectrum's doing a huge overhaul to make things better, but right now, while they're doing that, it's not making things better. Best way to put it. Down low. Nice cross-court pass. Fisher. No good. Rebound run down by Pitta. We approach the midway point of the quarter. Gould out of nowhere, like Houdini with the steal there. So it's going to be taken out of bounds by Mackenzie Martell. 4:06 to go, third quarter. 2-point lead for the Riverhawks and knocked away there by Whitney Cameron. It's going to be put in play by Mackenzie Martell. Comes in for Taylor. Now Martell up top. Fisher. Fisher likes to go to that floater. Great help defense right there by Flint. Taylor, three, deep three, good! Paige Taylor stepping out, deepening her range and knocking down the three, and it's a 1-point lead for the Golden Horde. The JV game went right down to the last shot. That was a 1-point game. This one heading that same direction right now. Nice ball movement by the Riverhawks. Pitta, no good. The rebound from Fisher. Fisher's going to put the ball on the floor. Has it knocked away by Pitta. Bella Craig's going to check back into the ball game. Lexi Craig out ill tonight. Another key factor for this Corinth team. Talked with her parents a little bit earlier on. Here's Martell. Thought about it. High post. Ella Olson, no good. Shanahan might have got a piece of that. Looks like she did. It's going to be Granville ball. Comes in, turnaround jumper off glass, no good. Taylor, three, no good. Run down by great hustle, but stepped out of bounds. But great hustle there from Ella Olson. 1-point ball game, 14-13. These teams locked into the Adirondack League tournament. It's a matter of where they're going to be seated, who they're going to play, where they're going to play. And here's a steal. Martell got the layup to go. It's a 3-point game. I think that's the biggest lead for the Golden Horde. They led 2-0 early. Quickness on this Granville team gives a lot of people problems. Pitta thought about it. Now Cameron. Up top. Craig, the runner off glass. No good. The rebound by Pitta. And Fisher strips it away. And Cameron strips it away from Fisher. And Lila Deshawn is back in for Corinth. 16-13, the Golden Horde, 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Kick out for Fisher, attacks the baseline, gets cut off, tries to find Ella Olson, broken up. Claire Gould's tied up by Shanahan and Craig. The arrow is going to favor the Riverhawks. Lily Olson's going to check back in for Claire Gould. Whitney Cameron's going to bring it up. Zone defense here. They'll extend to put a little pressure on at midcourt, then drop into that 2-3. Here's Craig. Hands it off for Deshawn. Cameron. 13 to shoot it. Cameron, three. Too strong off the back iron. Good hustle by Shanahan. Goes crashing into Roger Ferrando down there. He's the head of the officials. We can't have him get hurt. Minute and a half to go in the third. Lily Olson, three-pointer, halfway down and out. We're going to have a whistle and a foul on the Riverhawks. No, it's going to be on the Horde. It's going to be on Ella Olson. Only the first on Olson. Second team foul of the quarter. One team foul for Corinth. And here's Cameron. Finds Bella Craig. Craig puts it on the floor. Mackenzie Martell's quickness trying to shut down Whitney Cameron. Baseline, Craig, and meets Ella Olson. Craig gets it back. I think Melanie Fisher must take an ice bath when she gets home at night. She's on the floor battling a lot. She's an aggressive player. And she, too, was an aggressive player. Here's Lily Olson, high post for Fisher. Has it stripped away. Possession arrow is going to favor the Riverhawks. Patrick Ward, our producer, was talking at halftime. We might be breaking the state record for jump balls in a game. There's been a lot in this game. I don't know what the state record is or if they keep such a stat, but if they did, this would be a candidate for it. 35 seconds to go, third quarter, 3-point lead for Granville. Craig had a whistle to foul on Ella Olson. That's going to send Bella Craig to the line. Craig, the sophomore. And too strong off the back iron on the first one. 30.3 to go, third quarter. Craig, short on this one. Ella Olson had the rebound. Shot clock is off. Granville can get the last shot if they want it. Taylor, deep three, no good. Shanahan had it. Lo and behold, there's Melanie Fisher and Sage Shanahan tied up again. And Sage hit the back of her head pretty hard there on the floor. Hopefully she's okay. Seems to be. Those two have been locked up all night long. And it's supposed to be Granville ball on the possession arrow, which is clearly shown on the possession arrow. 14.1 to go, 3-point lead here, third quarter for the Golden Horde. Hard time getting it inbounds, comes in for Lily Olson. Pressured by Craig to the bucket. She's going to be fouled. And she'll go to the line. So Bella Craig with 2 shots with 8.4 to go in the half, or the quarter, the third quarter. And gets the first one. Makes it a 2-point game. Misses the second one. Fisher with yet another rebound. She's got a bunch. And they try to get it to Taylor. That's a good call. That went off of Paige Taylor. So a chance here for Corinth to take the lead or tie with 3.6 seconds to go in the third. Cameron will trigger it inbounds, knocked away by Melanie Fisher. Cameron looking, gets it in for Deshawn. Tiptoed the sideline over there. Deep three, no good. And we are through 3 quarters of play here in Granville. Our score at the end of 3, Granville 16, Corinth 14. Tonight's game brought to you by Lake Champlain Coal Company. Your oil, propane, kerosene at the pump, making warm friends for 5 generations. Lake Champlain Coal Company, 2 Main Street, Whitehall, New York. Call 518-499-1212. Lake Champlain Coal Company, we make warm friends, and they are the Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game sponsor. And at the end of tonight's game, we'll be naming our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game. So tonight, no internet here. We had the wrong roster at first. We're persevering. Tomorrow, Patrick and I on our way to Cobleskill for Mayfield Cobleskill. What could possibly go wrong, Patrick? Going to see the Iannuzzi girl in action tomorrow night. She's a good player. We'll look forward to that. Our first look at Cobleskill. So here we go. Fourth quarter, 2-point lead for Granville. It's Cameron, Deshaun, Craig, Flint, and Shanahan for the Riverhawks. Gould, Martell, Ella Olson, Fisher. Three-pointer good from Cameron. And Paige Taylor on the court for the Golden Horde. And the Riverhawks with the lead back 17-16. Whitney Cameron's fourth three of the game, but the first in a long time. Inside Olson off the great penetration and feed from Mackenzie Martell. 1-point lead for Granville again. Here's Cameron. They're going to look to get her as many looks as possible, I would think, in this fourth quarter. Here's Craig. Beautiful spin to the bucket. Couldn't get it to go. Tap out by Fisher. And a reach-in foul on Lila Deshaun. Great move to the bucket. Craig, a sophomore. You can see the potential that she's going to have to be a big-time scorer here for the Riverhawks. Here's Gould. They double her. And they get the held ball. That was Shanahan and Deshaun. And I brought this up earlier that Shanahan does so many things that impact a game without going out and scoring a bunch of points. And another play right there where we saw that. Here's Taylor. And it's going to be a whistle on Sage Shanahan for the foul. Non-shooting. The third on Shanahan, second team foul of the quarter with 6:58 to go. The Riverhawks, we'll see if that's a factor as we go along, getting Granville into the bonus maybe a little bit earlier. Comes out for Fisher. Fisher had it stripped. Here's Craig. Craig to the bucket. Good job by Taylor getting back defensively and swipes the ball away from Bella Craig. Cameron will put it in play on the inbounds. Out for Deshaun. Mackenzie Martell got a piece of that. Might have been a double touch. Keith Beatty was sure trying to get that double touch call down there. He was working the officials for that one. Here's Craig. Cameron. Down low, Shanahan. Kicks it out, Craig. Thought about it. Nice pass inside. Shanahan lost the handle. Deshaun's jumper no good. Rebound by the shot clock violation. The rebound by Craig. I couldn't see. My view was obstructed there by the players flying around after that loose ball, but it was Bella Craig. Timeout on the floor called by Granville. And let's go back to our sponsors. Our big sponsor here in Granville is Telescope Furniture. Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture in Granville, sponsor of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center and Border Country Sports and everything we do with this camera and internet setup. They are our sponsor. Also by Scarlotta's Car Hop, 45 Quaker Street, Granville, serving breakfast and lunch till spring. Thursdays and Fridays, 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in and get your order or call in and pick it up. 518-642-2445. Scarlotta's Car Hop, 45 Quaker Street, Granville. And we mentioned Lake Champlain Coal Company, sponsor of our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game. And it's getting that time where we think about that, but I think in a one-point game, the hero may not be decided yet in this game. Mackenzie Martell penetrates the lane. The floater, no good. Gets her own rebound and turns it over. Here's Deshaun. Whitney Cameron. Down low, Shanahan. Little handoff, blocked by Fisher. Ella Olson comes away with it. 1 point lead for the Horde. 5:45 to go. A whistle and a foul on, I believe, Lila Dishon. Whitehall has won tonight. Lake George has won tonight. Corinth trying to hold pace with the one loss at the top of the league standings. Olsen no good. Tried to get the rebound. No good. Tie up. Held ball. And it's going to be Corinth basketball. It would be interesting if they kept stats on held ball situations. There's been a lot of them tonight, folks. Here's Cameron, picked up by Gould. Bella Craig. Bella looks to penetrate. Nice pass down low. Shanahan finds Flint. Good. Great ball movement right there by the Riverhawks. And they lead by 1. Beautiful passing of the basketball. Down low. Olsen. Up and good. Every time the Riverhawks have taken the lead, Ella Olsen has answered in this fourth quarter. 20-19 Granville. Craig, 3. No good. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by Shanahan. Paige Taylor finds Martell. Riverhawks extending the defense here, trying to create the turnover. They like to double team out of this. Shanahan, nice job stepping around Ella Olsen. Heather Pitt is going to check back in for the Riverhawks, replacing Flint. It comes in for Taylor and stolen away. This is Pitta. Had it stripped away from behind by Fisher and a whistle and a foul. This looks like a lot of the games that have taken place between these top 4 teams in this league. A downright low-scoring, knockdown, drag-out war. That's the way it's been all year between these top 4 teams. And a turnover. They've been low-scoring, hard-fought battles. Boyd Hunt's here standing next to me, Whitehall coach. I won't put him on the air, but he's smiling. He knows I'm right. These are dog fights, these league games. Dishon, 3, too strong. Claire Gould had the rebound. I know you're going to be surprised, but it's a jump ball. Sage Shanahan herself might be up for the jump ball record in the state. She has caused a lot of them tonight. She is tough on those boards, folks. 1 point lead. We're halfway through the final quarter. 2019 Golden Horde. Here's Martell for Fisher. Now Taylor. Shanahan again making an impact play. Whistle and a foul. And that's 3 on Craig. And now they're over the limit. 5 fouls for the Riverhawks. None for Granville. That's going to be a factor down the stretch. Taylor gets the first one. Taylor gets them both. 3-point ball game. 3:54 to go. Golden Horde looking to upset the apple cart here atop the Adirondack League. Jumper from the corner. Good! Heather Pitta with the big 3. And we're tied at 22. Huge 3-pointer. Here's Martell. Want to get out of that sideline. That's where they want to trap you. And they cause the turnover. It's so enticing to want to go to that sideline, but that's where the defense wants you. They get the extra defender over there with the solid black line. 3:20 to go. We're tied at 22. Craig. Pitta thought about another one. Here's a reach and foul on Taylor. First foul, though, on the Golden Horde here in the fourth quarter. Riverhawks already over the limit. Here's Craig, picked up by Martell. 3 minutes to go in this one. Adirondack League Tournament seedings at stake. Deshaun, no good. Shanahan again on the glass. Kind of whistling a foul. And it's going to be, I think, on Fisher. Yes, it's on Melanie Fisher, her first, team second. Shanahan again, winning plays on the floor. Comes up top, Craig, and she got hooked by Martell. Fourth foul on Mackenzie Martell. Cameron up top for Pitta. Between the circles, sets the offense. Here's Deshaun. Goes to Pitta. Nice move, shot up no good, but it was a foul. And Heather Pitta's going to go to the line, looking to give her team the lead back. Nice raucous crowd we have here tonight in Granville. And the first shot good from Pitta. Well, we were saying we don't know who the player of the game is going to be yet. We're looking for somebody to be a hero right now. Heather Pitta's putting herself in contention. Hit a big three. And got that one. 5 points in a row for Pitta. Here's Taylor to the bucket. Shanahan reaches in, knocks it away. It'll be Granville ball. 24-22 Corinth. 2:37 to go in the ball game. It's been a great one. It's been a war right down to the wire. Comes in. Olsen, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cameron. And you can see the determination on Whitney Cameron's face on that one. That board was hers and nobody else's. Big possession right here. Every possession, a big possession. Here's Pitta. Shanahan stripped away as Fisher got her hands in there. All kinds of things going on. Shot up, no good. Rebound Shanahan again. Shot up, no good from Pitta. Craig, and Craig's going to be fouled. Pick a violation, any violation. All kinds of things happen there, and they let them play. Timeout on the floor. 2:02 to go. 24-22 Riverhawks. Yeah, fourth foul on Paige Taylor and 4 on Mackenzie Martell as well. So that could be a factor here down the stretch with 2:02 to go. Certainly two players that the Golden Horde cannot lose here in the final 2 minutes. Tomorrow night, more high school basketball action as Patrick and I will make the long trek to Cobleskill-Richmondville High School as the Bulldogs. We've seen the Cobleskill-Richmondville boys. It'll be our first look at the Cobleskill-Richmondville girls as they take on a very good Mayfield team. They've been making the rounds around the top of the Adirondack League. The Mayfield Panthers are. They played Whitehall. They played Lake George the other night. So after the timeout, Bella Craig on. Too strong on the first one, off the back iron. And rolls that one in. It's a 3-point game. Still one possession game with 2:02 to go. And Taylor's going to be fouled by Pitta. And they're over the limit, so Taylor's going to go to the line with 1:56 to go. And Taylor could not get the first one. Gets 1 out of 2. Timeout called by Granville. 1:56 to go. 25-23 Riverhawks. It's been a great one, as we expected it to be. Coming into tonight, we have Whitehall, Corinth, and Lake George tied with 1 loss in the league. And Granville right behind with 2. And it's either going to be a tiebreaker situation or not. But it's still going to be a tiebreaker situation. It's just whether it's a two-teamer or a 3-teamer. But so Lake George, should Granville win this game, would be the number 1 seed via beating Whitehall during the regular season. But if Corinth wins, we go to point differential formula. Always fun. We've had that in softball a couple of years. So Coach Hunt here said it would be Corinth. Lake George, Whitehall would be the 3, Granville 4 if Corinth wins the game. So there we go. There's the scoop. Riverhawks hang on to this one. They'd be the 1. Lake George the 2. Whitehall the 3. Granville the 4. So we'd have Corinth. We'd have these 2 teams rematch just like we do on the boys' side, except it would be at the Riverhawks home gym. The boys just the opposite. It'll be here Tuesday night. And Whitehall would go to Lake George on Wednesday night. But still a lot to be decided here. Minute 44 to go. Inside for Craig. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Taylor. Taylor finds Gould. Gould down court. Fisher finds Martell. 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Cameron. Minute 23 to go. Here's Whitney Cameron. 2-point lead for the Riverhawks. Craig. You don't have to foul here. If you're Granville, play good defense, try to get a stop. You got plenty of time. Pitta, 3, no good. Rebound, though, by Craig. Shanahan, no good. Rebound, Fisher. And Granville calls timeout. No, we got to travel. And Keith Beatty was yelling for a timeout way before the held ball and travel situation. Officials did not hear it in this loud gym. That's all part of it. Part of the game. Cameron to throw it in for Pitta. Pitta to the basket. Traveled. I think Granville's going to take a timeout. Keith Beatty, I think, starting to wonder what's it take to get a timeout around this place. He's done everything he can but run out in the court and grab an official to get a timeout the last few seconds here. But we'll be here Tuesday night next week as we have Corinth and Granville boys in the opening round. And we'll have that right here on NYVT Media Sports. Hopefully the internet's back on by then and we can do the job we've done all year for you here with the better stream. But we're trying to get through it tonight. We're glad you helped us out here by staying with us. And understanding is we're getting the play-by-play a little bit better than the picture, but at least we're getting something on here for you. And man, you haven't been disappointed, that's for sure. Been right down to the wire. This Granville team is leaps and bounds this year here in Adirondack League play. They started out 6-0. They went on a 4-game losing streak. Lost to Whitehall back on something like January 9th, and they've been rolling since then. Haven't lost since. And the boys haven't. Yeah, both teams. Whitehall's won 11 in a row. Right, 11 in a row. Yeah. Taylor, 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Craig. Taylor was going for the W right there. She was going for the long ball. They still don't have to foul. There's about 18 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pitta. Good! Heather Pitta with 7 points in a row down the stretch. 7 big points. It's a 4-point game. Martell blocked by Cameron. And they got a foul now. They have no choice. Or is it going to be a timeout first by the almost said the Tomahawks, Riverhawks? Heather Pitta, man, she has stepped up big time. Gets a big hug from her coach as she gets to the bench. A big baseline jumper there. Yeah, and that's what Justin, their coach, just told them about stepping up. How she stepped up. And we know that's her now because we got the right roster. Before we had her wearing 24, which was last year. A little mix up there, but we went to the old Max Preps roster, and sometimes that's about as accurate as the weather forecast, but in this case, it was correct. So 19.3 seconds to go, 4-point lead for the Riverhawks. And they're going to have the basketball. And if this holds up, it's going to be these two teams again on the Riverhawks home court on Wednesday, and Lake George hosting Whitehall on Wednesday in the semifinals. Boys Tuesday night, the Riverhawks are here against Granville, and Fort Ann travels to North Warren. Beautifully designed out of bounds play. Craig couldn't get it to go. Deshaun up and good. And that's going to put the capper on this one, more than likely. It's still 2 possessions, but 15.3 to go. Certainly doable with Paige Taylor's range, but she'd have to knock down a 3, get the ball back, get another one. We're not having a timeout, evidently. Had a timeout, now not a timeout. Well, stranger things have happened tonight, right, Patrick? And now we're going to have a timeout. On second thought. Actually, on third thought. So 15.3 to go. 6-point lead for the Riverhawks. And Heather Pitta, huge down the stretch. A baseline 3, a short baseline 2. A couple of foul shots. Just been huge here down the stretch. And this is a young team for the Riverhawks. So they're not going anyplace any day soon. So after the timeout, 6-point lead, 2-possession game. Taylor, and probably if you're in the Corinth huddle, they're probably saying, do not let 21 take away the threes. Don't worry if you give up a layup. Take away the 3. There's Taylor inside. Looks like Granville wanted to go inside, outside there. Get it into Olsen, then relocate Taylor, and then try to kick it back. Here is Taylor. Taylor with a runner, no good. Rebound, Taylor, good. And timeout. Could have been a foul there, too. Could have sent her to the line for a 3-point play. There was contact on that shot. 6.6 to go. 29-25. Still a 2-possession game. So, yes, that shot helps you, but no, it doesn't help you because it still keeps it a 2-possession contest. So, looking at our schedule, as I said, we'll be in Cobleskill, Richmondville tomorrow night. Mayfield and Cobleskill, Richmondville. A couple of teams that only have 2 or 3 losses each. I think Cobleskill 3, Mayfield maybe 2. And then we'll be back here on Tuesday night for the boys' semifinals with Corinth and Granville, a rematch from last night, which was what I understand a war, just like this one. Comes in for Deshaun. They got to go get her, and they're not. And she's going to run the clock out, and that's going to do it. So it was a battle and a half, but the Riverhawks of course. And it was a battle. This Granville team's come a long ways this season, and they're going to win it by a score of 29-25. 25. And our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game is going to be Heather Pitta from the Corinth Riverhawks. She was huge down the stretch in this ball game. A baseline three, couple of free throws, a short corner three to seal it at the end. And didn't have a huge game offensively, but stepped up big time down the stretch. Heather Pitta is our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game as the Riverhawks win it 29-25. And our seedings now become official for the Adirondack League tournament next week. It'll be these Corinth Riverhawks by the point differential, the number 1 seed. And they will host number 4 Granville and Corinth on Wednesday night. And it'll be Whitehall, the number 3, traveling to number 2 Lake George on Wednesday night as well. That's going to wrap it up here from Granville Central School. Once again, thank you for your patience for sticking with us here tonight. And hopefully we can help you as best we could to get this game out to you here this evening, despite having to go through the technical maze here tonight in Granville. And hats off to Patrick